Breaking news, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is blowing the lid off in really the best possible way. He's promising a crackdown on hospitals, doctors, and health companies that try to prevent you from having access to your own medical data. And for the first time ever, he says that the government is going to be enforcing this. Also, Representative Anna Paulina Luna from Florida, she took the mic on Capitol Hill to demand a real meaningful change to end insider trading in Congress. A conversation that seems to be getting hotter and hotter each day, might get to some closing very, very soon. Also, shockingly, Epstein victims have come out to speak to the press in a jaw-dropping moment, and I want us to talk about it. So welcome back to That MC Moreno Show. If you like having conversations like this, please consider liking, subscribing. Now, let's jump right in. So RFK Jr. took the stage this morning and published this minutes ago. Check it out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS secretary. I want to ask you a question about your healthcare data. Should you be able to decide who accesses it? Should you be able to view it on your phone? Or should healthcare companies be able to block you from sharing it with trusted parties that you designate? Well, that's what's been happening. It's called information blocking, and it's been illegal ever since President Trump passed the Cures Act rules in 2020. Until now, HHS has never enforced this regulation. I know this because we still receive complaints about information blocking today. This is wrong and it's illegal. This is 2025, nearly 10 years after Congress passed the Cures Act. Patients should be able to access their healthcare information on their phones or computers. They should be able to share that information with their doctors, their hospitals, researchers of their choice, and trusted relatives. After all, it's your data, and you should be in control of your information. And you will be under the new HHS. No one, not your doctor, not your hospital, not the electronic healthcare record companies, will be able to cordon off your information for their own profit. If they do, we want you to report them through the Report Information Blocking portal on the healthit.gov website. I promise you, our Office of Inspector General will take action. Any healthcare provider, electronic health record vendor, or data network that blocks information could face millions of dollars in penalties in addition to removal from government programs. I'll just say one more thing about why this is important. When a patient visits an emergency room, doctors need to access that patient's medical history. They need to know about medications, blood types, allergies, and prior diagnoses. Otherwise, how can they provide the right care? Information technology should make this easy. You just give permission and your doctor has all the necessary information at his or her fingertips. We at the new HHS have zero tolerance for any companies that interfere with your right to access your health information and your right to share your health information with trusted parties of your choosing. Your health data is your data, and we're going to make sure that it serves you. The Office of Inspector General and our Assistant Secretary for Technology Policy will be sending a joint alert letter informing appropriate stakeholders that this policy is effective immediately. Thank you and stay well.
I love that he also takes the time to explain why this is important, not just what he's doing, but why this matters. So just like Kennedy just said, it's been illegal since 2020, but until now, no one has enforced it. But that ends today, and I love it. According to HHS.gov's site, it says this: empowering individuals to take control of their health is critical for delivering on Secretary Kennedy's promise to make America healthy again. My goodness. And the fact that something can be illegal, yet have virtually zero consequences from the government is disgusting. Reminds me of rules for me, but not for thee. Speaking of something that's illegal, but so many people are still doing it, Congress is talking about insider trading once again, but this time it feels a bit different. Anna Paulina just said this.
Thank you for everyone for being here. As you know, the group behind us has been very vocal on this topic, and not to reiterate what Chiproy had stated, but I think it's 95% of Americans support this. I sometimes feel like an adjudicator in this job, so I guess I'll be the one to say that we've asked nicely for leadership to put this on the floor. If they don't, I'm saying timeline is end of month. there's a discharge petition prepared and ready to go. I think it's very clear where the White House stands on this. I don't speak for the White House, but the president has stated that he supports banning this because it is corrupt. Frankly, the fact that members are getting plus 600% returns on their investments is wrong. But more importantly, how could you ever be expected to represent your constituents when you're clearly worried about your pocketbook? And so that's why we're here today. Again, thank you to Representative Burchett because he helped work on that discharge. But we are very hopeful that this will be brought to the floor in regular order. And we look forward collectively to deliver this win to the American people.
95% of Americans support this. So this isn't even a 50-50 issue or even an 80-20 issue. This is a why the heck are we still talking about this type of issue? And that should tell you that's not necessarily about the left versus the right. It is truly about the people versus corruption. It's about being able to trust our elected officials because, you know, you could tell me that it's been illegal since 2020. But when you have loopholes like spouses and family members being able to trade on your behalf or penalty fees like $200 while you make millions, it just seems way too ridiculous. Like those are some pretty large gaps, right? And I do love that Anna Paulina Luna just mentioned that some Congress members have made over 600% on their investments. And it reminded me of course, Nancy Pelosi. Look at this. Since 2014, she's up over 700%. So either she is engaging in insider trading or she just happens to be a magician with the stock market. Either way, I would love to get some more information here because this is about trusting politicians, right? This is about building transparency, is it not? Speaking of trust and transparency, here are some Epstein victims and survivors who have come forward saying that they are going to be compiling their own list if this administration doesn't. This is really, really shocking. Check this out.
Transparency is justice. Release the files, end the secrecy, and stand with us in declaring that no one, no billionaires, no politicians, not world leaders, is above the law. And let me announce now, several of us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved. Stay tuned for more details on that. Because history is watching, and so are the women who will come after us. Thank you.
This is very, very chilling. Survivors themselves saying, if the system won't do it, we will. My goodness, what a moment. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like, justice is supposed to be about protecting victims, not about protecting those who are in power or those who are powerful. So from Kennedy in his fight for health information to be made accessible to you, to Anna Paulina Luna and her force of nature that's demanding a real end to insider trading for Congress members, to Epstein survivors who are now stepping into this story to ensure justice. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section. And if you made it this far, please consider liking, subscribing, turn on the notification bell, and have a great rest of your day. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.